Well, the guy who ushered me into the world of this particular form of Kundalini awakening, he warned me. He said, this isn't going to be easy. You're going to have moments of wanting to come track me down and, punch me because it's going to be painful. And I've had a few times during these last 5 months or so that it's been pretty rough with the rush of energy moving through my body, this feeling of like I've had 20 cups of coffee, yet it's not that feeling. It's the closest thing I can describe. Like electricity is being pumped through your body. And the later it gets at night, as I've said before in previous videos, the more I just feel like that. So I make adjustments. Things are good. I adjust to the new increase of energy and it gets better and it doesn't feel quite so nerve-wracking anymore. Lately though, I had a really big leap recently where the energy is flowing even more strongly through my body and it has worn me out. I can't sleep late in the morning. I go to bed at like around midnight or after 12:30. I can't sleep late at all. Sometimes I'm awakened at night by the movement through my body, and it has worn me out, and I'm still seeing clients. I'm still dealing with all this COVID cleanup mess, and still trying to do all that while feeling like I'm having my internal world rearranged, and I am. And those of you who've gone through this Kundalini experience, remember, this isn't about me having a Kundalini arising, where it's coming up through my body and then it settles back down again. And it comes up through my body. What's happening in my experience is this. I'm going along, I have a big upheaval, and I kick it up a notch. So then I feel it moving through my body. It's like if I'm still, there it is. It doesn't go away. But every time I have another experience, it ups the intensity. Until finally, the guy who's ushered me into this world, he says, I will pop, as I've said in previous videos, and it will become unbelievable the amount of energy pouring through my body all the time. Do you adapt? You do. According to him, you adapt and you have abilities you didn't have before, awareness you didn't have before. You operate in a totally different way. And I don't know when that's going to happen for me. I mean, it's 5 months in. I keep thinking, it'll happen soon. It'll happen soon. And it just keeps upping. And I just keep having another experience and it gets more intense and more intense and more intense and more intense. And I'm like, well, how much more can it keep doing this until I finally pop and it blows the top out, so to speak. And I'm, as this guy says, go from 110 to 220, meaning electrical outlet reference. I don't know. But I'm telling you, the last 2 weeks, it makes me grouchy. I don't want to engage in conversation sometime with people. I don't want to deal with people at all. I just want to be alone. If I do Qigong, it helps the most. But it also seems to feed it. So it's like it brings me relief to the Qigong form, and yet it also is feeding these big jumps in intensity. So it's going hand in hand. And again, I don't have anybody to compare notes with on this particular journey because I don't know anybody who's gone through this permanent awakening process, not just, again, Kundalini arising, permanent awakening process, and who's also done Qigong. Nobody. So am I having a different experience than most people have because of that combination? I don't know. I suspect that I am. But man, right now, I am worn out. I'm worn out. I'm going to go do more Qigong after this upstairs and with Angel and then go to bed. It's probably 9 o'clock here right now, p.m. But I'm telling you, just wanted to update you. I haven't forgotten about my updates, but this one has been rough and yet exciting at the same time. It's not like I don't appreciate these. Every time I have a huge push up in intensity, and of course it stays there, I'm so unbelievably thankful in that moment. I'm giving thanks in that moment. Like, oh, thank you so much for one more massive experience and a raise of the intensity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because it's exciting. And I want to pop. I want to have this experience that this guy's told me I'm going to have. I can feel it working its way to that point of critical mass. But I'm not there yet. But I'll let you know how things go. Thanks for tuning in.